Okay, so now we are going to see how a service provider is able to register their resources, their services, and to create their product offers. You can see that now I'm logged in the system with another identity, which is a seller. In this case, when I'm logged into the system, when a participant who is authorized to actually create products, we can see that we have another extra options here, which I'll call my stock and revenue sharing. In order to create the new products, a service provider should go to the My Stock section. In this My Stock section, you can see that we have two differentiated parts. On the one hand, we have the catalogs and the offerings. Here in catalogs is where me as a service provider, I'm able to create the different catalogs I can later use in order to categorize the product offerings I'm creating. And then here we have another section where all our specifications are registered. On the one hand, it is possible to register resource specifications. Resource specifications are those physical or digital resources that are needed in order to provide a given service. Here is where you are going to register typically CPU, RAM, virtual machines, storage, any of these kinds of resource specifications. For creating a resource specification, there are basically two kinds of information to be provided. On the one hand, it is necessary to provide some name and some description that describe the resource specification you are creating. And then there is a section of characteristics where you as a provider can provide any information that is relevant. So when a product offering that includes this specific resource specification is acquired, you are able to procure the specific resource, to instantiate real resources that are going to give the services offered to the different customers. In a similar way, it is also possible to register service specifications. Here is where the different services that are going to be offered to the final customers are going to be registered. In a similar way as the resource specifications, in order to register a service specification, you have to provide a name and a description that is going to describe the service you are offering. And then we have a section of characteristics where you can register any information that is relevant. So you as a provider are able to instantiate the service and to procure the service, etc. When you have a couple of services and a couple of resource specifications registered, you are able to create a product specification. In order to create a product specification, you can provide, first of all, some basic information. You can provide with a name and a description or your product specifications. And then also as part of the product specification is where you are going to fill the compliance profile, where you are going to provide all the different certificates that are associated to this particular product, and also the set of characteristics that, as we have seen before, can be chosen by the customer when buying the specific product. In addition to this, the product specification basically includes the set of resource specifications and the set of service specifications that you want to offer, and also include a couple of attachments like the image or some documentation, pictures, or anything that you think that is relevant for the product specification in order to be more descriptive. Okay. Once you have your product specification with the services and the resources that you will to offer, in order to be able to offer this, you have to create a product offering. Product offerings are created from this specific interface, but before I create a product offer, I want to show a different thing. We have another instance of a marketplace connected to the DOME ecosystem and connected to all these distributed ledger infrastructure through a connector, which is basically a federated marketplace, which is connected to the same ecosystem. We can see that here we have the same offers that we have published in our ecosystem. And now what I'm going to do is to create an offer in our DOME marketplace, so we can see the federation in action, and we can see that the offers that are created in the marketplace can also be seen from this other federated marketplace. So the process to create an offer is similar to the product specification. We can click on the create offer. In this case, We can create, for example, a compute vCPU offer similar to the one that we have previously bought, but in this case, it could be, for example, a green virtual CPU. Well, it is possible to create a description. I'm not going to provide anything. It is possible to create bundles. In this case, I'm going to skip this. Then in the next step, we have to choose which is the product specification that we are going to offer. In this case, we are going to offer this compute virtual CPU product that we already have. In the next step, we have to choose in what catalog of the catalog that has been defined by this provider we will to publish this new product offering. In this case, this is a computing service, so we are going to attach this to the computing services. In the next step, we can choose the categories that are going to be used in order to categorize our product offering. In this case, this is an IaaS cloud service, so I'm choosing this category. In this step, it is possible to provide some terms and conditions. I am also going to skip this. It is also possible to provide some service level agreement. And finally, the last step is providing the new pricing. In order to create a new pricing, there are 3 options for basic price models. It is possible to create one-time payments, so you pay and you get the offer. It is possible to create recurring payments, which means you are creating a subscription that can be weekly, monthly, yearly, etc. And it is also possible to create a basic model of pay-per-use, which is the one I'm going to create. And then you have to get a price and a unit for this pay-per-use. For example, this can be a little bit more expensive than the one that we have created before. And it is also possible to provide some description for the price plan. In addition to this basic model, it is possible to create enhanced versions of these basic plans. It is possible to add another price component. For example, it is feasible to add an initial payment to a pay-per-use model, for example, or it is possible to add some dynamic pricing, for example, some discounts in case the user makes more than certain consumption, etc. Okay, so now where we are happy with our price plan, we can create our price plan. You can see that it is also possible to provide multiple price plans. So when you provide multiple price plans, the customer is going to be able to choose which is the price plan they prefer. In this case, we can live with one. And when everything is okay, we can review our product offering, and we can create our product offering. Okay. So now our new product offering has been created. It's linked to our product specification. We can review our pricing, and we can review the categories. And now this product offering can be updated and is in a state which is called active state. If we want to sell our product offering, so our product offering is displayed in the homepage and can be shared and discovered by a potential customer, we need to move this product offering from active state to launched state. In practice, moving this product offering to launched state implies that our offer has been validated, so it can be published into the ecosystem. In this case, I'm going to do it manually. I'm going to launch the product offering, and once our product offering has been launched, it can now be seen here in our homepage, which is our compute virtual CPU green with this specific price model. And if we go to our federated marketplace, we can see that our new product offer that we have published has been published here. We can see our compute virtual CPU green with the pricing that we have selected.